Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about some cool new features from Global Aligner Design. And if you don't know what Global Aligner Design is, it is one of those design companies that helps with white label or in-house aligners, but even if you do not have a lab, you can outsource everything. So it's not going to be any different than working with Invisalign or ClearCorrect, except for the price. Way lower. In the US, they are probably the number one aligner design company I work with, although I'm happy to work with any of them if you have a preference, only because they do great work. Their turnaround time is crazy fast. I've been working with them for, goodness, 3 or 4 years now, seen thousands of cases, I'd say at least. I feel very confident with, how good the product is. They also team up with a lot of local mom-pa labs in the US who actually do the manufacturing. So if you're like me and you hate lab work, you can outsource the whole thing. It's still considered white label or in-house aligners, but you're outsourcing it, right? And the cost is going to be, I hate to quote prices because they always can go up. This might be an old price, but if I refer you, this is your price at the moment, you will get $90 for the setup from Global Aligner Design, and then they will outsource it to one of the manufacturing labs. Of course, you get to pick that lab. The prices start for Zendura FLX, which is the best material out there. Nice scallop trim with a case. The prices start at $20 per aligner. But that's like crazy cheap, right? If you think about this compared to what you pay for Invisalign. Remember that revisions and refinements are extra for the manufacturer. Okay. As for the revisions refinements with Global, I believe as long as you're working towards the same treatment plan, you're not like, oh, I'm changing, I'm doing things differently, then it'd be additional. But if you're working towards the same treatment plan, that's usually included. But you can double check with the Global team. That's last I heard. So obviously, I'm not going to go into the whole case selection for white label kind of thing because I have tons of content on that. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, go in the search bar of your YouTube channel, put in StraightSmile Solutions, and it'll bring up my YouTube channel, which has a green background, StraightSmile Solutions. Then there's a little search, like a little magnifying glass towards the top right, to the right of the taskbar, and you can put in white label or Global Aligner Design, and all the videos on that should pop up. If you can't find it, feel free to email me info@straightsmilesolutions.com or message us through my website, StraightSmile Solutions, and I'll be glad to send them to you. But anyways, these are additional features, so I'm not going to go over everything about Global. And by the way, if you want to be introduced to the team at Global, just message me, same way. Glad to introduce you so you can get the best prices. And you'll get the best care if I refer you. So 3 new features that have come out. These are similar. We have these in Invisalign. You don't have it all in ClearCorrect. I know you're getting this now. I think you can get this, but I don't think you get the tooth movement chart in ClearCorrect. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. You might. Actually, I'm thinking you do. But you definitely don't get it from the other companies, right? So this is just basically your roadmap. So it tells you which teeth have attachments, which teeth have been extracted, and if there's IPR, and if there's IPR, how much and where you do it, okay? Just remember with Global, as far as I know, the default is that if IPR is required, it is to be done before aligner number 1. With Invisalign and ClearCorrect, you can stage it different ways at different times. So just keep that in mind. So you need to make sure you have a really good IPR system that can be done on rotated teeth. If you don't know about that, I'm actually doing a webinar on May 17th, 2022. You can go to Garrison Dental CE courses. It's free. You'll get 1.5 CE units, and I will be going all over how to do IPR most efficiently and effectively. So anyways, that's that. That's the roadmap. Now we have the I call it TMT because I call it TMT with Invisalign Tooth Movement Table. Here they're calling it TMC. But it's basically, this is really, really helpful. I like to look at this if and when do I use it most? If I don't see a lot of attachments on the teeth, then I'll usually check this because if I have major extrusions or rotations, I'm going to want attachments on the teeth. So I tend to add more attachments than perhaps the default is, and I use the tooth movement table for that. The other reason I use it is if I have that random patient who's asking for less attachments or no attachments, not always possible, right? I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to be looking for movements that aren't predictable without attachments. If you want to know more about that, again, I already have content on that. Not going to reinvent the wheel here, so you can just go. I already told you earlier in the video how to get content off how to search by keyword. So search by keyword, put attachmentless aligners or something like that, and that will come up. Okay, last feature from Global Aligners Design is the occlusogram. I call this the occlusal picture. But basically, you want to see contacts on all the posterior teeth if that's what you're looking for. I don't like to see contacts on the anterior teeth. I want to see my contacts as balanced. So this is an example, maybe not the best what I'm looking for, but an example of something that maybe you'd want to improve. Obviously, I'm seeing more contacts here than on this side, and I like to see the contacts a little more forward. But in any case, hopefully this is helpful, all right? So yes, Global Aligner Design, I highly do recommend if you want to be introduced. Remember, they don't have a big fancy website because they're really trying to keep their prices as low as possible for the doctors. So that you can do affordable aligners in your practice. You can compete with some of the other stuff that's out there. So best way that they get referred is by referrals. So you contact me, I'll punch you to them. And then they'll know that I know you, and you'll get really well taken care of because they're awesome people. I've even met them in person. All right, thanks so much.